morning. Well, since I'm going to a different town this morning to get the parts for the Camaro motor, I'm going to eat somewhere else. We only got one local food joint here in town that sells, it's a gas station food, and you know that's not good for you. You get a lot of gas station food, your seatbelt don't fit. Yeah, forgot to point that out. I can now actually use my seatbelt in my vehicles. I've lost weight. Before, and I know guys out there like, we got trucks like yours and it fits us. I used to be big enough that, well, my belly still does touch the steering wheel, but I used to be big enough that the seatbelt would literally fall that much short of connecting when I tried putting it on. I was a big boy. Still a big boy. But, oh, how's that scale of Gabriel or Grace is? I'm not fat, I'm fluffy, and he got that new scale. I think I would have made him come up with another scale on his thing. It's like, oh, I think scale number 7. Oh, hell no! It used to be damn. I think he's up, oh, hell no. Yeah. So anyway, since I'm going to be in a different town, I know, Hardee's and McDonald's ain't good for you either, but something different for once. Ugh. It's like eating the same thing over and over again. Sooner or later, you want a different variety, but yeah. So, yep, we're going down to get the oil, water pump, fuel pump, and radiator hoses. I'll have to get some new. No, I don't. I got that set of clamps. Never mind. So, yeah. My youngest daughter had a couple of her friends over last night. Last time they were here, they were asleep by 11. My older daughter tells me that the girls were still up at 4:30, and she come downstairs about 20 after 7. The oldest did, and she says, I think they just went to sleep. So those kids were up all night. Well, that's all you got to be as a kid. You ain't got much to worry about. So yep, I'm going to go get that stuff, and we're going to see if we can get. I might look at a new gauge set. I've got gauge sets, but I'm not too thrilled about them. But hey, beggars can't be choosies. Oh, yeah, it just wonderful looking weekend so far. And then also I got to get my mower decks on and get those ready to go. And oh yeah, that's what I might come back through town. These there, I might grab another couple of chunks of angle iron so I can get my ramps built for that little trailer. And that's what I should do. Go pick up some lumber so I can put the wood floor on that. I think I'm just gonna go with a wood floor on that trailer, and we can finish up that trailer and maybe have a painting project there. So actually I should paint it before I put the wood floor on. But, well, I want to quit blabbing, and thanks for all the compliments on the Trailblazer job. Yeah, it would have been a 2-day job. If the first day I didn't have much time to work on it, and I had stuff to do with youngest, and that night was just. It would have been a 2-day job, simple, but it went fairly well, so I was happy. And, so I told that place I got the transmission from, I get any more jobs, I'm going to be calling them first. Because now I wish I could make the money and get a new transmission from a Tahoe. Mine still works, but it's got a every once, and it doesn't do it every day. Some days it'll go just like a normal tranny. Then the next day, every couple miles, it'll go clunk. Well, not a clunk, but you can feel it like it. Somebody told me the lockup converter's going or something. But that tranny from the owners that have had it, I'm the third owner of it. The first two. Well, the first guy wrecked it when it was new. The second guy rebuilt it And when it was wrecked, shit, I don't even think it had 5,000 miles on it. When I bought it off the guy, it had 200,000. He said it's done that little clunk clunk ever since he got it. So it's put 200, and that tranny then has 230,000 miles on it, I think. So, I don't know. I said I was going to stop talking, so I'm going to stop now. All right. Wow, that was a little more painful, but what the heck's it just feels like once in a while it just feels like this thing's got a brake locked up. Oh nope, that's what's going on. Damn it. I think my new ignition switch in the truck's going bad. There, now I got a engine tach. God, that's really bites. But anyway, we got our 4-barrel gasket and fuel pump, and I tell you, the price of things just keep going up, don't they? You gotta pay to play. And the sad thing is, nothing is really outrageously priced. So, yeah, hell. Yeah, anyway. Well, I'm gonna go find something to eat. Put some gas in this old dog, so. Alright, we'll go to the farm here and get her going. Well, I tell you, I feel sorry for anybody that loses the ramp to their car trailers. Holy crap. I just bought 55 foot of 1.5-inch angle iron 3/16. Well, that was a $100 bill. Holy crap. The 2 ramps I've picked up over the years, I guess I just picked up $200 worth of ramps. If not, I'll be more than that, because you got to figure in labor. Holy Jesus. Wow. I was thinking 50, 60 bucks, but 55 foot, basically double. Can't take it with you, I guess. Well, I need to get that done because I want to get my small trailer done and sold, and I guess, wow. So I guess I got some projects here now, and well, I get to working for that other guy. I mean, they buy steel too. Maybe I'll start having them buy, go back to buying through him. But, wow. Tell you, that's what I get for not being out in the public and out buying stuff all the time. You know, I don't get to go buy stuff every day. So I guess I get the stuff for sticker shock once in a while. It's like, really? It's that bad? Holy moly, you gotta be kidding me. But that's the way that things are going in this country. It's getting to where it's costing a lot more to do stuff. And they get you because they know you need it. Anyway, well, we're working on the 350 and, well, maybe some ramps today, and see what we can get done here. So, all right. Well, I'll tell you, the old stuff, the water pumps ain't too bad price. Brand new one, not a reman. Brand new one, 27 bucks I think it was. Looks good. Oh shoot, I bet you. Oops, I'm glad it was an empty box. I forgot. Hopefully I got a couple of plugs, because I'll have to plug that in the intake too. Okay. Boy guys, I know this is going to sound weird, but I'm kind of lost having the parts for this now. I'm just like, wow, I really finally get to put this together. So, which I've been sitting here thinking what all I got to do, and I guess we got a few hours work here, because like I said, I reread the instructions on the Rhodes lifters. I goofed, which, hey, everybody's human. If you did everything perfect all the time, you better start wondering what's going on with you. So, I guess I'll find my water pump bolts. That's the nice thing about bagging and tagging that stuff. It's been in a bag, and well, what's it been? A couple months that I've been doing this whole thing. I'm like, wow. Wow, I guess I'm just having a little bit of sticker shock over buying stuff today. The car parts, I mean, the highest price item was the water pump. Everything else was $10, $12, $4. I mean, but racking up to $141. Well, then the tax. I mean, money that you spend that you don't get nothing for. But guess that's what you get when you live in the poorhouse. You don't realize what things cost anymore. And some of the prices that are, and I guess with this engine stand, you know, they're charging $2,200 to build it. Well, I know what I guess there's a little more money in the metal than what you think. It shouldn't be, but it is. But alright, well, I'll get you guys set up and we'll start hanging parts on here and explaining things, and let's see if we can get this thing running this weekend. So, alrighty, we're getting down to the real work. I'll find my bolts and we'll be ready to start installing stuff. So, okay. Well, I wish we were allowed to have music in the background. But a little bit to find my bolts. Last bag that you grab is always the one that you need. And I'm not going to use my impacts on this. So let's see. Get this in close. There. Oh, guys, I'm just, like I said, I'm still freaking out. I almost feel guilty for working on this thing. I'm just not used to it. Really? Goof. Ow, crap. Well, I got one problem I see, and I've done it before. Actually, I gotta go look at just a second. I see the water pump they gave me. It's a brand new one. See that hole there? It's threaded. I gotta go out and look at my pump. I think that needs to be just a blank hole, so we might end up having and I've done it before. Hate to, but might have to drill the threads out of that so I can hang my pump. It's been so long since I looked at it, I gotta go look at it. I'll be right back. Yeah, I gotta drill the hole out. It won't be the first time I've done it, guys. Okay. Yeah, the bolt's supposed to pass through for the power steering, and I forgot all about that. I knew I wanted to ask him about something when he sold me the pump, but they don't hurt the pump. You just gotta take the threads out. Actually, after looking at these bolts, I am going to clean them. I mean, I've cleaned everything else, so. Alright. Try not to forget I zoomed you in, but I put silicone up here on the block to help hold these gaskets in place. Oh yeah, I got to get my thread sealer. And since this is one of the later GM blocks, it's been lightened. So some of the old 350s, the water pump bolts didn't used to go into the water jacket. They had a little they used to be bottom sealed holes. Well, this one, and that one go into the water jacket. So let's see. And like I said, it just takes a thin film of silicone. I mean, you don't want to gob it on where it's oozing out all over the place. So I'm putting some on the water pump. A little layer of this stuff goes a long ways. You just basically want to skin on there. So okay, that water pump bolt here, that one don't need thread, so that thread sealer. I use this white Teflon stuff there. I know, gotta remember to show, when I show things, show it a little longer. I'm bad about that. Sometimes I've noticed when I've gone to edit and realize. And all iron, man, I know you say I edit, and I do edit. Ouch, that's sharp. But I don't edit out a lot of, very rarely do I actually end up editing anything out. I'm not trying to pass myself off as a perfect person. I mean, there's only been one perfect person walk the face of this earth, and by the way this world's going in that, he's not here with us right now. If he was here, life sure wouldn't be like it is. Well, I don't know. Maybe, I guess. So, I should grab that extension. Some of you are probably going, why don't you use your impact? Well, I could run it down to close. It is laying here. Just make sure they're started. Low speed. Just using it. Yeah, didn't even let it hardly rattle. That's what I like about variable speed. There's the side I've been looking for. Yeah, guess I could zoom you guys. Oops, back out. Okay. I do need an extension. Tell you how long it's been since I've done that? Well, come on. Oh. So we'll get this stuff all hung on here, and while this stuff is drying, we'll start fabbing the radiator support. And okay. Okay, now I gotta find those. Oh, yes. Cool. Alright. That's all lining up like it's supposed to. So, I guess, I'll go find those bolts. Because I got that. Yeah, I gotta find that. That one is for the power steering there. That one can stay. So, alright, I'll find the bolts for the bracket. Okay. Let's see. Alternator power steering. Maybe I might. Okay. Oh wow. Those are nasty. Okay, yeah, that one there now. No goes there. I need one of those polishers that I could put this shit in. There. There. These two. Those two. And I'm going to have to look at my power steering. Maybe I might have to change my power steering bracket. I ain't going to drill that hole until I know. Well, I know the pump I got in the car is the one that needs the hole through, but I can't remember that 78 when I tore apart that's laying out there. Yeah, but I guess I gotta clean up some bolts and that before I put them on. They're so rusty, dirty, so nasty. All right. Okay, I took you off the stand to show you something. I got that bolt tight, and look at here. I'm going to have to elongate that hole. That's when aftermarket parts don't fit correctly. Well, elongate that hole, and also I'm going to have to put some washers in here to fill that gap, so you ain't trying to pull the bracket. And see, this is all original except for the water pump and the intake I switched. So now you got to start doing a little fabrication, and I guess that's where the time comes in on doing stuff. And knowing over the years when I used to just, oh hell with it, run the bolt down, pull the bracket out of shape. Nope, yeah, that's okay. I see it's got to come off. I have it all painted anyway. Well, actually I got one bracket laying out on the ground. I might double check to make sure, but yeah, when you start modifying things and that, sometimes you got to get creative. Because, well, I'll show you now that I can. Show you this water pump pulley set up here. Notice this. This is a smaller pulley, then a great big pulley, down to a small pulley. Well, actually, if I can remember which pulley it is, I'm going to order one again, because I don't think that alternator's around anymore. I had a big 5-inch on there, and I think it was a deep groove. I don't remember. Reason for that is you slow the speed down on your alternator and your water pump, because when you start nailing RPM, and like if you got the small pulley here and the big pulley here, you're speeding everything up. And my buddy's black Cutlass, his 85 Cutlass, when we put my motor in there, we spit 2 belts, and the one belt come unglued hard enough. We're going down the highway and we heard ka-wham! I looked out on his hood and there was a welt from the belt up through his hood. It bent the reinforcing bar underneath the hood and pushed the sheet metal up on his hood by about a 1/2 inch. So then we started playing around with different pulleys, and that's when I said, hey, I got some more of these pulleys like I use on the race car. Because on the race car, what we do is you don't run the alternators on these dirt tracks. So you just find a belt that just fits, so when the pulley's like this tilted and you tighten her up, you're direct. No tension or no nothing. You stop throwing belts. Well, when I started running an alternator on the race car, and I found this set and this, then went to the bigger pulley, the belt would stay on. So there. So okay, I got my first fabrication, and I'll elongate that hole just a little so that all works, and I'll put some thin washers behind that, and I'll keep the alternator in place. So oh yeah, I got that. I gotta get that together. Bought a brand new thermostat housing. Hell, here, let's see this. Well, we know the water pump because that's already on there. And then I'm getting a little confused. I'm the one that took the bolts off. There's the extra bolts. I got, like I said, I got a. And that was in the bullet bag marked alternator and power steering. I gotta go look at the carburetor part. Maybe I did have, but what throws me off, this don't go with the water pump. I wonder if the buddy that was helping me put some wrong bolts in the wrong spot. So, and I can tell, ouch, ooh, what was this? I can tell this bolt should be up there. Maybe that bolt, I don't know. I gotta look. That's, I guess the old memory ain't as good, but let's see. We got carburetor base gasket. I'll have to compare that, make sure. Told you guys. A 180 thermostat. Let's see.
There's a dispute going on with Teresa Hunt. Checking if you can head that direction.
Okay. There's the new thermostat housing, and $5 can of carb clean, big can. Yeah. And then the brand new pump, and that Camaro, I know when we ran it, I never noticed it. I guess it is a 3-line pump. I bought a 2-liner, but just and our new fuel pump. Whew. This must be a special fuel pump. They threw 2 gaskets in here. Okay. Now we'll take that over and we'll get that on. And I'm going to look around. I'm going to show you guys a little trick on putting fuel pumps in on these old motors. Any of you that have done it probably know what I'm talking about. You take the pump out and that freaking rod falls down. Well, I got something. And I know they make a special tool for it. I'm probably going to double my speak there as I put up the zoom in. Hit the damn button. But I'm going to show you something that A lot of you guys are going to go, oh crap, how many of those did we have? If I can find it. So I'm going to see if I can find one. If I can, and then I'll show you. If I can't, I'll just tell you about it and then you try. Because, well, I guess out of the motor it'd work. I just looked over and I'm like, But no, it worked with it in the car too. So, alright, let me see if I got one of them around. Alright, I guess I'll have to tell you guys. You can't find any of them. Well, you know you got your appliances with your screw adjustable feet, right? Well, you unscrew those. That makes a nice little tool that when you take, and some of them are short enough when you got it in the car, and some of you guys have rebuild motors and you wonder why you got an oil leak up front and you can't figure out where it's coming from. It's coming from that bolt right there. That bolt goes into the fuel pump rod. And what you do is you take that bolt out and then you put one of those foot adjusters in there. As long as it's the correct thread. Some of that stuff might be a metric thread nowadays. But on the older stuff was the same threading. You had a hand knob, you screwed that in, jammed the rod in place, and then you could put your fuel pump in. And then once you were done, you unscrewed that, took it out, and heck, a couple of cars I even went as far as putting a nut on there so I could screw it out, then run the nut down, tighten it, and just left it in there. Because that one car of mine, it seemed like I was turning a fuel pump up in that thing all the time. I got to where I could change the fuel pump in the car in the Monte Carlo, 76 Monte Carlo, in 11 and a half minutes. So I guess I can't show you on this one. I'll have to tell you about it, but I know right now I'm going to go ahead and hang the fuel pump, but I'll tell you right now I'm going to have a little cussing, so probably won't record that part. I mean, because the rod's down, and if I can, I'm just going to do it that way. Just slide her up and slam it in, but I don't think I got any bolts around here with a long enough thread. And I've heard of guys taking pencils with an eraser, push it up, and the eraser will hold it, but I'm just going to fight with it and get her on. So, alright. I went simpler than what I thought. I just right in. I got my finger on the shaft. I had some white lithium grease on it, and so it wouldn't be dry, and I just stuck my finger on it and it slid right into place, and enough grease there held it in place, and I was able to start the bolt. So that went no, I was going to say, the other thing is you got to remember to put the nut on this side, otherwise, yeah, guess what, I would have been pulling my fuel pump off the get the motor off. That would have made me, you know, actually I could have got by, I could have got in there and undone the motor mount, but still, yeah, remember, like I say, pay attention, people, pay attention. So alright, well, the fuel pump's on, which means I can that's going to be the next thing. I'm going to take that carb that I'm planning on using and take it outside and clean up the gunk and see what's going on with it. So, alright, well, I guess go from there. Okay, I'm glad I went and looked, because I think I finally figured out. I'll be changing the power steering pump in my Camaro. No, you wouldn't go there. You would go down where you would got dirty. Anyway, you go with power. Those extra bolts. When I looked at that other Camaro, it's got the different style. And okay, that's there. Okay. Alright. One more than likely goes here. That one goes there. This one. Aha. I think I got it now. This one goes up here, because I thought, boy, that's kind of strange that that did that. That one there, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, oh yeah, and I bet you one down here. Which I don't want to go in. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, that one's got the different style bracket, and I think the people that have owned that car over the years, I remember one of them changing that over or doing something. Anyway, and then this one would be for the thermostat, I think. I gotta go out and look at that pump again, but because I think that power steering pump mounts in 4 different spots, which that would explain why I've got so many bolts. So, yep, I still got this one left over. That was alright. I gotta go look. Hey, y'all, remember that issue I had with that not fitting? And I say the aluminum was high? Well, you know what? It's aluminum. I sit there with my die grinder and a straight cutter and I machined it off. Just because it's made that way doesn't mean it has to stay that way. And I think I've got that down to where we tighten it up, we'll be good. And as long as my bolt starts, and it did, yeah. I mean, I guess that's where you fab stuff, you just go ahead and take care of it. Now I got aluminum filings in my damn silicone that wasn't set up, but I had the motor covered and it's aluminum. So I imagine this motor will have more than one water pump yet. So I'm going to tighten that all up and see how it goes, and see if that bolt's still short enough. And yeah, that other pump hangs here, here, and there. There's nothing behind there as far as I know. I don't remember. But yep, I guess just because it's manufactured a certain way doesn't mean it has to stay that way. So we did a little fabbing. So, alright. Okay, we're going to grab the carburetor. Yeah, got it cleaned up, looks good. And we're going to put her on here. Really? Didn't know that was that hard to the carburetor on, guys. Jeepers. You're all probably thinking, yeah, does he ever put a carburetor on? Yes, I have. Many carburetors. Okay. Well, we're getting closer, but we still got a ways to go. I did forget how much time. Guess all the time I'm taking now will help pay off. We'll go put this in the car, because by then we should know if everything is working. But I got the, went ahead and put the fan on here, alternator, bolted up like it should now. Yeah, okay. I gotta find that stuff. But I suppose I better check my numbers. I might have to go find something to eat. I haven't eaten a whole lot today, and I'm just kind of like, ugh, all of a sudden. So, oh yeah, I got these. I can go ahead and we're getting so close, guys. I mean, starting to run out of stuff to hang on here, which is good. Now I guess this is correct carburetor. If I ever do put the AC back in the car, it's got the solenoid, because that kicks out to idle it up with the AC. So we got a shitload of vacuum lines to plug. I gotta keep blowing the dirt off this, because springs are a little rusty, but unfortunately they're the only springs I've got right now. I think there was a spark plug over there, so yeah, I'll worry about that here in a little bit. I still got to prime it. That'll go right there. I need a new hose here because I don't need a vacuum line. Yeah, I might have to make another run to the parts store. You always manage to forget something. And I got a little bit of a hump back here to take off here for the one bracket to fit right. Like I said, just because it's casted there doesn't mean it's perfect. But, yeah, this intake will accept the bracket for the AC, so that's good. I want to check my numbers because I'm starting to feel ill. So, all right. I guess my old memory ain't what I thought it was. I sat here and looked at it and thought about it and thought about it, and I made my parts run this morning. Well, we're going after some more. Because this carburetor's got so many vacuum ports I won't be using. They make a plug kit. The fill filter is plugged. I can't even blow through it. What else? Oh, this belt's ready to break, so I'm going to go ahead and get a new belt. I got the new coil and all that. But got the fuel line on, but I mean, once I get all this hung on and that, then I'm going to dump the oil in, pump up the system, and then it's down to, I got to fabricate. The reason all this is on here, because I'm going to use the Camaro shroud, the way I'm going to build this thing, to help protect that. So by the time I get done, I want to be able to build that to where I might change the way I make mine to make it adjustable in and out so I can move it closer. Because then I got some like old Chevy truck shrouds or something so I can put a fan on. And I know I don't like solid bladed fans because, yeah, they're not forgiving. They're not forgiving at all. They work good in the race car. Well, actually, this is the right fan for this setup because we tried on our race car. We tried multiple blade. We tried this. We tried that. We tried different radiators. We tried aluminum radiators. And I finally have a whole stack of those around here, and I do have them. And I told my cousin, I'm going to put one of those on. And once we figured out with that big water pump pulley, like I said before, once we did that, put that, our race cars would run. We'd run a 195 thermostat, and they'd run about 210, 215. Or some nights they'd only run up to 200 degrees, just depended on the air and how hard you were running them. And that became a real popular fan for us. I mean, that took care of our overheating issues right now. So, yeah. But anyway, I guess I told him, I said I should have wrote this stuff down. The guy's going to be nice. He's all going to have it in the pile. I'm just trying to think what else I could need other than a roll of wire. Because I'm going to have to make a wire to go to the I'll have to make a wire to my control panel for the distributor. That, so at least this parts run ain't gonna be so bad. The belt's $5. I mean, $5 for a brand new belt with a 1-year guarantee. I mean, yeah. So, and this isn't a hot rod motor. If this was all hopped up and cammed up, then I'd be spending a little more on parts. But yeah. I got all that. So, well, guys, this should be the last parts run. Because I've got my exhaust, I've got the spark plugs, it's just fabrication time. And what else? Oh, I'll probably better get another can of carb cleaner. That's how dirty that carburetor was on the outside. The inside, it looked nice and clean. The outside, that thing was a mess. It took that whole big can of carb cleaner to clean that off. Which, buy a lot of carb cleaner and clean this thing up, cheaper than I can buy a carburetor. But I got her cleaned up and it's working. Well, we hope it's working. And I know you guys are going to watch this and go, well, he's kind of talking weird. Well, you know, I'm kind of talking like you guys are here, and I shouldn't. But, yeah. Now, I ain't going to take my pickup. I'm going to take my Tahoe. I don't want to tear up my transmission in that pickup with that ignition switch because, yeah, a couple more times, start it, tack stays down, speedometer won't move. Shut it off, wiggle it, start it, boom, tack, and then everything works. So. Oh, vacuum line. That's what I'm sitting here. I knew there was something else I wanted. All right. By the time you guys see this, I'll have all this stuff on here, won't I? I should just shut up. Okay. Bye. As I went to record, it dropped some more. I was at 69 degrees when I left home. I'm about 12 miles away from home, 15. And it's gone from 69 down to 55. Skies are a little goofy, but nothing to indicate why there'd be such a temperature drop. Beautiful sunny day, and then all of a sudden here at 2:30 it's just turned So yep, we're heading down I'm going to grab the power steering belt, fuel filter, and whatever else I said. I don't remember. I'm sitting here in accessory mode. So, alright, well, it was nice and sunny when I left the farm. I could didn't see it coming, so I put my new steel in the shop so that wouldn't get wet. So, yeah. Interesting. Okay. Hey, look at there. The sun's out. The rain clouds just all of a sudden moved out of there. It's looking pretty good again. Temperature's starting to come back up. Was down to 52, back up to 59. Strange how that worked. Running behind. I don't know how much more we'll get done today. Kids decided they wanted to go out to the one friend's grandpa's, and you know, wow, that was a place I would love to go in there with trailers and a cutting torch. A lot there. Guy sitting on a gold mine of iron and vehicles and junk. So our farm used to be the same way. Cleaned her up. That was kind of fun. But, well, I'm heading back to the shop and we'll hang these new parts on and we'll go from there. So, alright. Well, guys, I think what we're going to shoot for, let's see, I got a vacuum cap kit, the assorted vacuum plugs for the one under here, here, and back there. That's not going to be used for right now. I think what the plan is going to be is get the oil in this thing and get the oil in it and get the oil pressure primed up for tonight. Then I got a bunch of fabrication to do. Well, not a lot, but enough. I gotta get the radiator support stuff here built. Then make a little thing to go on the back of this to hold the gauges and the stuff. And then I got the battery holder to make to hold the battery. And then battery. And then, because I'm going to hang the battery up in here so I can run the cables close. And we'll get her started. Like I said, the shroud's not going to be out here in the open. I'm going to get that where I could maybe, if I can, and I'll loosen the thing and see if I can slide the motor ahead or not. Otherwise, like I said, maybe I'll make mine adjustable up and down and in and out too. So it's mine. It's being built the way I want it. So I'm going to get the stuff off I need to get out of the way so I don't have anything fall in there, and then we'll get the oil pumped up, and then I'm going to wait a little bit, then pump it again. I want to bring it up the oil pressure a couple, 3 or 4 times. Get those lifters full. Let them sit overnight. Let some more air bleed out. Pump them up. I'm not sure if I'm going to be out here tomorrow, Sunday. Wife's going to go see her mom and work on graduation stuff, so the mints and that for the oldest is graduation, so so I might not be out here like I thought, which that's okay. Got to do that stuff too. I only got one more chance at a graduation, so a high school one anyway. But all right, well, that's what I'm going to do. I'll get you guys set up and we'll dump the oil in this girl and we'll prime her up. Okay, can you guys see? Not really. There. Well, I got a question for you guys out there too. I've been away from doing motor work for a while, you know. I mean, it's been a long time since I've done an extensive one like this. I guess my question to you is, everybody keeps telling me, and you know, all these new camshafts and that, everybody keeps telling me you got to put additive to your motor oil. They changed oil again? Yeah, keep saying I gotta add zinc. On all the years I've been building motors, I've never had to add anything to it. So, I guess I'm just kind of getting curious as they change something again. And I'm using the O'Reilly's Motor Oil 1030 to break this thing in. Since I got the distributor out, I'm just going to pour it straight in here. Some of you are probably, oh, fill up the valve cover to get to the guides. Only on one head. So, finally putting oil in the girl. As much as it costs, I'll, oops, almost had a spill. So we're going to try something too that I seen a guy do, and I'll move you. I guess I'll move you guys closer for that, so you can see the gauge. I've always used my cordless, a drill of some sort, and I seen a guy take a speed wrench and pump it up. So I think we're going to try that for a little bit of entering. To make things interesting. I'll let that drain. So I'll get you guys relocated and I'll zoom you out. So, all right. Let's see. It's that gauge there, and here you see. Well, maybe you do or don't. My speed wrench and the distributor. Set this. Set that right there. Okay. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Yeah, we'll need. Now I gotta fill the filter up. I think I'm going the right direction. Hey, look at that! Just by we're 50 pounds of oil pressure just by hand spinning it. Okay, I'll get my driver and we'll see what we get with the drill. That's if I can find my damn drill. Come on. Here it is. Last place you look. Okay, this is with a cordless drill. I'm pushing 75 pounds of oil pressure. Okay. Oh, that's nice. No, it's got oil pressure. That's half our battle. So all the lifters should be filled up now. Oh, I got oil running out the... I got oil in the head. So that's good. We done something then. We pumped her up. Now I can back those lifters off and reset them, back them off loose and do like the... Well, oh, you're supposed to pump them up, which... yeah. Anyway, I'll get that figured out. Cool. That oil running down the head. So that means oil's going through the system. And under load, it's carrying, under powered load, it's carrying 75 pounds of oil pressure. And you seen it, it was about 50. So, well, I think that's where I'll call her quits, because now the next step is get the radiator mounted, then get some wiring hooked up that I can trace the wires off the factory wire harness, and I'll put some slip connectors on and hook it up to mine. That's where I guess I should have kept the inside of the car wiring. Then I could have cut all that shit off and then just ran the switches and made me a harness that way. But hey, you always can't win them all. But we're getting really close, guys. Real close to hearing this thing fire up. So, and got my antifreeze. Yeah, antifreeze and. All right, I'm getting. My numbers are fine. I'm just. I don't know, just tired all of a sudden. It just. So, well, if I don't have to go with the wife tomorrow, that means I won't have any kids or nothing around. I could be out here and get in the fabricating mood. That is why we got this going. We're going to, well, I got to fabricate, then I got, oh, I'll show you that nice expensive metal. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces there, and then this was the leftover off of one cut. Yeah, there you go. Oops, I better turn the camera so I can see what you're seeing. That's what I got. $1.80 a foot. Or, yeah. Instead of being, yeah, I thought it. Now I've been thinking about that again. It weighs 1.8 pounds a foot. So $1, that's almost $2. Yeah, it comes out to $1.80 a foot. Jesus. Well, that's where I wish I lived closer to Iron Man. Well, stuff like that probably wouldn't come in that was any good, but oh well. So, alright. We'll talk to you guys later. Phone's driving me nuts. Bye.